Do you think air purifiers can keep you healthy? The answer might surprise you. We live in an era where technology promises to make our lives easier and healthier. One such device that has garnered attention in recent years is the air purifier. These machines, often touted as a safeguard against airborne diseases, have found their way into homes and offices across the globe. The theory is simple. They filter and clean the air we breathe, supposedly making it safer and reducing our risk of illness. However, the truth may be more complex than we think. While we'd like to believe that these devices are our silver bullet against airborne maladies, recent research suggests otherwise. Studies conducted by the University of East Anglia and others have shown that the evidence supporting the effectiveness of air purifiers is, at best, weak. The research, which analyzed over 30 real-world studies, found little proof that air purifiers significantly reduce the risk of respiratory or gastrointestinal infections. Recent studies have brought this common belief under scrutiny, raising some interesting questions. Air purifiers, with their advanced filtration systems and germicidal lighting, promise to cleanse the air we breathe. But how effective are they really? Let's start by understanding the basic science behind air purifiers. These devices work by drawing in air from your environment, passing it through a series of filters to trap particles like dust, pollen, and bacteria, and then pushing the cleaned air back out. Some purifiers also incorporate germicidal lighting or ionizing features, designed to kill or neutralize airborne viruses and bacteria. Sounds promising, right? Well, let's delve a bit deeper into the science. Researchers at the University of East Anglia have conducted a meta-analysis on the efficacy of these air treatment technologies. They looked at evidence from 32 real-world studies conducted in various settings like schools and geriatric homes. The goal was to determine whether these technologies effectively reduce respiratory or gastrointestinal infections. The results? Surprisingly, they found little evidence to support the effectiveness of air purifiers in making indoor air safe from viral infections. In other words, these technologies did not significantly stop or reduce illness. Similarly, a systematic review of 32 studies conducted between 1970 and 2022 found no strong evidence that air treatment technologies reduce the risk of respiratory transmitted illnesses. While there was a trend towards fewer laboratory-confirmed influenza or norovirus infections in some cases, these results were skewed by publication bias. Even a recent German study on the effect of high-efficiency particulate air filters, commonly known as HEPA filters, on COVID-19 in kindergartens, found no significant difference in illness rates between schools with and without filters. These studies suggest that air treatment technologies may not be as effective as we thought in reducing the risk of respiratory transmitted illnesses. It seems that the real-world evidence paints a different picture about air purifiers. In the grand scheme of things, the effectiveness of air purifiers in preventing respiratory infections remains questionable. Studies from esteemed institutions like the University of East Anglia and others conducted between the 70s and the present day have found no compelling evidence to support the idea that air treatment technologies significantly reduce the risk of respiratory illnesses. The financial implications of these findings can't be ignored. Air purifiers, particularly high-end models, can be a significant investment. Yet, if their efficacy in preventing illnesses is doubtful, one might argue that the money could be better spent elsewhere, perhaps on enhancing natural ventilation, or even on personal health and wellness initiatives. Additionally, there's a risk of over-reliance on air treatment technologies. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that an air purifier will solve all health concerns, but this is far from the truth. Factors such as close person-to-person transmission, movement between spaces, and even the dynamics of infections with short durations of immunity all play a part in overall health risk. Considering the bigger picture, it becomes clear that while air purifiers may contribute to cleaner air, they're not a cure-all solution. They can't replace the importance of personal hygiene, a balanced diet, regular exercise, and proper ventilation, all of which play a significant role in maintaining good health. The take-home message is that air purifiers are not a panacea for health, and other factors play a significant role in illness risk. So, what's the final word on air purifiers? Well, it seems they may not be the health saviors we once thought. Studies have shown that these devices, despite their claims, don't necessarily reduce the risk of respiratory infections. While they can certainly help clean the air, they're not a surefire solution to staying healthy. It's crucial to remember that close person-to-person transmission, movement between spaces, and the dynamics of infections with short durations of immunity also play significant roles. While air purifiers can contribute to cleaner air, they are not the magic bullet for health. It's important to consider all factors and make informed decisions about our health.